Hello, welcome to Kurdish lessons again. So today we will do our second part of the past continuous tense. Last time I tried to explain you how do we form it, what do we need to know before we use the past continuous tense. So today we will learn more and more details. By the way, if you don't know me, I am Gule. I help people to improve their Kurmanji or just learn from very beginning. For complete beginners, I give lessons. I offer courses. If you are interested in learning Kurmanji from scratch, or if you know some and if you want to improve, you can visit KurdishLessons.com. By the way, if you don't know, I made 2 books for kids. So 2 of them are vocabulary books. One of them is about fruits, one of them is about animals. So you will see the images here. And if you want to see them, if you want to order them, you can go to Amazon.com and write Mamostegule or Haywan animals. I will write here what to do while you are searching on Amazon. Okay. So if you want to speak to Kurmanji with your kids, or if you want to teach them Kurmanji with images, with tiny activities, you can purchase these books. So let's start our lessons. We discussed transitive, intransitive verbs, past continuous with intransitive verbs, past continuous with transitive verbs, and I wrote some examples. We wrote some examples together. So last time when we were discussing the past continuous tense, so with intransitive verbs, it is easy, right? So with intransitive verbs, so it is like as the chum I was going, as the hatem, as derdiketem I was going out, as vedgariya male. So when it is compound, of course, the is in the middle. And what is a simple verb, the is at the beginning. As the chum, the hatem, derdiketem, vedgariyam. As radzam, I was sleeping. Or as radiketem, I was sleeping. And the fikrim, I was thinking. So in many languages, the verb fikrin is transitive, but in Kurmanji it's intransitive, so you need to use as. So don't forget, with intransitive verbs, we always use simple pronouns, right? So you always use as, to, hun, أو. So you never use من, te, we, were with intransitive verbs, okay? In any past tense. So for the past tense, the usage of pronouns always the same. If it is transitive, you use من, te, we, were. If it is intransitive, you use as, to, hun, أو. So the same thing for simple past tense, past continuous, present perfect, past perfect, etc. Okay. So we remember the intransitive verbs, but don't forget for the negative, ne comes at the very beginning, ne the chum, and you keep the, ne the hatem, I was not coming, and when it is compound, it comes before the. So there, ne the kit, very long. Venedgeriyam, venedgeriyam. Ranedzam, ranedzam, ranedketem, ranedketem. Nedfikrim, I was not thinking. Nedfikrim. Okay, so these are intransitive, the easy part. So with transitive verbs, so in Kurmanji, the hardest tense is past tense, like past tenses with transitive verbs, right? So let's say with transitive verbs. So as I said, when it is transitive, you use min, he, we, me, one. Basically, subject should be in oblique form. Okay, I will make a note. Subject should be in the oblique form. Okay, subject should be in the oblique form. That's why منتوي, because the oblique pronouns. And the last time we discussed two main rules about simple past tense, about past continuous with transitive verbs. So I said when the object is singular, the verb is also conjugated like singular, right? So من sevek dkhwar, right? I was eating an apple. And I said when object is plural, the verb is plural. You say dkhwaren, men, pinch save, dkhwaren, men, pinch save, dkhwaren. So here I was eating 5 apples. So here this n, it is plural, it is n because pinch save. Okay, so I will make a note. I will say verb is conjugated according to the object. So singular object, put the and stem like dkhwar. Plural object, put the past stem and n or n, right? So it can be n or n. Like I don't know. Sometimes the verbs and the stems end with a vowel. So in this case, you add only n. Okay. So now, so we did this last time, but now more details. So when it is singular, when it is plural, it's easy. But how about if I want to say I was seeing you? I know in English we don't really say I was seeing you, but grammatically this is correct, right? So how do we say this sentence in Kurmanji? What do you think? So first of all, we will put min because to see, diten is transitive. And with transitive verbs, you use منتوي well. Okay, so I said we use the verb diten, and diten, the past tense is did, right? Did. Okay, so the past tense is did. And I know with continuous, I need the did. But now let's have a look at object. So object is you. So there is a rule with past tenses, your object should be in simple form, which is to. So من to the dt. Yes, here we have e because our object is to, and to it's e, like to bash e, to mamoste e, to hondekar e, like to the chi, right? So e. Okay, so it means to is object, then you put the stem, and then it can be ye or e. Okay, so depending on the verb. So I will here, so the same thing. I will put e in the brackets. Yeah. No, pardon. Not e. Okay. So min to dt. So now and try another one. I was wanting you. So yeah, pause the video, translate this sentence, and play the video and check. I was wanting you. من to دخواستی. من to دخواستی. So the, it's because of the continuous. خواست is the past tense, and it's because to is the object. من to دخواستی. من to دخواستی. So far we have seen the past continuous tense with singular object, plural object and two object. So when I say plural object, it can be like sponge save, gelek zarok, or if your object is hun au. Okay. So the stem, and then an or an. Okay. So for example, let's write it where just here under the plural. Okay. مثلا I was what? I was doing. Okay, I was that is funny. I was eating you plural. Imagine I'm a monster. I eat people, and I was eating you guys. Okay, so eating is خوارن. This is a transitive verb. So you use من. And I said the objects are in simple form. So hun, and خوار is the past tense. I need the خوار, and because the hun is plural, من هن دخوارن. من هن دخوارن. Yes, من هن دخوارن. Okay. And when I say a singular object, it can be one apple, one coffee, one person, but it can be أو as well. أو, which means like him, her. Okay. So in English, we will say I saw him, but in Kurmanji, you will use أو, not we or we. Okay. So I will write him, her here. So for singular, so these are the same, and two is different. Okay. So now let's have a look at another possibility. So you may want to say you were seeing me, right? So you were seeing me, but you didn't tell me, for example. So this is interesting. Okay. So here the object is me. So since in the Kurmanji, object should be in simple form, so as is the object. Yes, very interesting, right? We always thought about min as an object, but here in the past tense, as is object as me. So as is object, in this case, you will put the stem, and the ending for as, which can be or only m. Okay, so you were seeing me will be as the datum. You were seeing me. The as the datum لتناقض. You were seeing me, but you didn't say. You didn't tell me. Ta as the datum. Okay, ta as the datum. So this is the most confusing thing in Kurmanji language when we say you were loving me, you were seeing me, you were me, like object is me, right? When it is easy in the present because you say as as we, but in the past tenses it's other way around. من to, من أو, من هن, right? So we did all these I, you, but let's say you want to say she was seeing them. How do we say this? She was seeing them. She was seeing them will be where, subject is in oblique form, where, أو, them, should be in simple form, أو, the deten, right? Where, أو, the deten. He was seeing us. We am the deten. We am the deten. We am the deten. We am لدرجة deten. He was seeing us. Okay. So this is how you create past continuous tense. So now I will write some sentences, and so you will translate it by yourself. Okay. So I write, you translate. I mean, I will write in Kurmanji, you will translate into Ingilizi. Let's see if you understand the tense. So, okay. Do So have a look at this sentence. Do دسعت بينجاندا از جمال دردكتم ودچون parke. What does it mean? What do you think? So pause the video, think a little bit. You can write your translation and then play the video and see how I translate. Do دسعت بينجاندا yesterday at 5 o'clock. As جمال دردكتم, I was leaving the house. دچون parke, I was going to the park. جمال دردكتم دچون park. So we use this tense to describe the past, but like a specific timing in the past. So at 5 o'clock, I was leaving the house. So you can say at 5, I left the house. It's simple past, but I was leaving. So you speak about the process, right? Okay. Are you right? Yes. سالابوری وان روژان من بمالباتا خوره لگونده ما وقت در باستکر. So pause the video, think a little bit, write your translation. Okay. So salabori, last year, van rojan, these days, so if I used min, it means the verb is transitive. So min بمالباتا خوره, with my family, لگوندهمه, in our village, وقت در باستکر. I was spending time with my family in the village last time these days. دماکو امچون مالاوان دایکاوه جبو میوانا شیف چیدکر. So when we went their house, so first part is simple past tense. When we went their house, dayikawe, her mother, jibo meyvanan, Chief Chedeker was cooking dinner for the guests. So you may have these kind of sentences, two sentences. One is in the simple past, one is the past continuous. Like when I did this, she was doing this. When I went there, they were doing this. Or both continuous. For example, demakum dersteda, when I was giving the lesson, when I was teaching, meremen behavale khorad payivi, my husband was talking to his friend. So demakum dersteda, meremen behavale khorad payivi. So you see, it can be continuous. When I was doing this, they were doing this. When I did this, she was doing this. So it's possible, okay? Or continuous first and then past simple the second. So demaku min jibo YouTube video yek amade dikir او دركت درve. So when I was preparing a video for YouTube, he or he went outside. Derket derve, or go out, went out. Okay, so it can be simple past, continuous, simple past. It's possible to see these kind of sentences. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the lesson. So I know it's a little bit complicated, but if you write these kind of sentences in the comment section, I will happily check them if they are correct or not. Thank you so much for watching me, for following me. So our YouTube family is getting bigger each passing day because you watch me. Thanks to you. So حتى فيديو كدن بمين دنا بخير خوشية ده رجعوا دمعوا إيفاروا بمين خوش بخاطر